Hey there guys, this time I'm here with a full tutorial of my own design, and I thought I'd show you this, which is a completely hidden door using pistons and things, but the special thing about it is it doesn't use a button, and this is going to look like witchcraft to anyone who has a basic grasp of redstone, but placing your torch there opens up your door over here, and then you knock the torch off again and it'll stay open, it locks it open. And you walk through, press these buttons here, and the buttons close the door behind you. You're then inside your hidden room, you can then walk back out again and it shuts again behind you. And it's reset, ready to run again. Opens, you can take your torch down, walk on through, press the buttons, get off the button, and then the door will close. Press stand on the buttons, door opens, you can walk out, door closes behind you. Right, so how to build this then? Okay, starting off then, this circuit is 13 by 6 and it's 2 deep and 4 high, so 6 tall. So basically I'm just going to build 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, there you go. That's the length of your wall. This would be built out of whatever material you're using, and then build it up 4 high, as I'm going 4 up, and then 2 into the floor. So just give me a moment to whack up this wall. And obviously build this out of whatever material your wall is going to be made out of, or using an existing wall. And there we go. Right. Now you need to get your input point. You go 3 from that side and bash a hole in it, and then find your door, which is again 3 in, and knock out 4 like that, and there's your doorway. And that's your basic frame. Right, from there you need to put in the first circuit, which is the bud gate, which is a gate that updates when a block updates. This is your update block, so I'm going to place a blue block so we can tell the difference. And then on the back of that, you place a sticky piston facing away. And then place a redstone torch with a block. Then you put a block here, block there, and a block up there. Right, and then coming out of this block, which is powered from that torch, place a repeater on full delay, then place some redstone there, and redstone there. And this is your bud gate. This is your first simple little gate. And basically, whenever a block touching this piston is updated, the piston will very quickly fire and then retract, which sends a 1 pulse signal through the wire. If I can show you that. If I can see both at the same time, place a torch on there. If you saw very quickly, that piston fired over there, and I'll bash it off again. There, it fired again. And that happens every time this block here is updated. It works with the redstone torch, because the redstone torch looks for power in that block and updates the block. It would work the same as if you destroyed and replaced the block. Destroying it and replacing it both count as changing it. You can also use redstone ore in place of it, like that, and whenever you then touch the redstone ore to make it light up, that counts as an update and will trigger the door. There is a slight problem with the redstone ore, that it will trigger again when it depowers sometime in the future, but I have built the circuit to account for that. If you want to use redstone ore, it will work. Get my cloth back. Okay, moving on then. Okay then, the next circuit. So background to here. Right, now you need to build a T flip-flop off of this to store the input. So there's a bit of redstone on a block here. You then go into a repeater facing that way with 3 delay. Dig a hole 1 by 2 there. Place a redstone torch on the side there. Redstone in the hole. Put a block in front of the repeater, so the repeater's powering the line of redstone down there. That redstone then runs into this block of dirt here, which powers that torch, which powers the block on top of it, and the repeater stops any kind of crosstalk just there. And then on the side of that block, place a piston. That's a sticky piston. On the sticky piston, you place a block, and then a torch on the ground just here. And that's your T flip-flop, ready to go. Okay, next we then need to go into another pulse limiter, so we only get a short pulse coming out of the T flip-flop rather than a constant signal, which is a block with redstone on top of it there, which goes into a repeater with no delay. You then dig a trench there with redstone and a repeater set to full delay. On top of that, we then place a block like that with a torch on the side, and then over here we put the redstone, and that's now a pulse limiter. Right, and then we just need to do a little bit on the end here, build a diagonal like that, and put redstone into a torch, and then directly on top of that again, do another diagonal, but only this time put redstone there. And that's it, that's all you need. Okay, next we're going to build the mechanism that actually moves the door. So put these will be blocks of wall. So whatever you've built your wall out of, make these blocks out of that. And then behind those, put 2 sticky pistons, another 2 sticky pistons there, and 2 more like that. So you've got kind of a little spiral of sticky pistons, and do the exact same thing on the other side. There, 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 and there. Right, now behind that, you need to dig down 2. So down 2, whoops, dig down 2, put that back in, and down 2, down 2, and make this so it's 6 wide. There we go, and back 1 more. Leave that corner in, like that, and leave a block there, and a block there, I think. I'll change that later if it's wrong. Right, and then it is... oh no, that is wrong. Drop that, and then take a block out there. Right, and then you put a repeater there, with a torch there, and then a piece of redstone on top of that block there, and I believe a block there, and that should push out those bottom 2 pistons. And then over on this side, you put a block there and a block there, a repeater into there with a torch behind it, same as the other side, and redstone on top. And then that's set to 3, and so is this one, that's also set to 3. Right, so that should have 3 out of the 4 panels pushing into the centre there. Okay, now to wire up the rest of the pistons, we get some repeaters in here. We put 1 into there, 1 just there, 1 away from that block, then put redstone in like that, join them up with redstone, a repeater into them, and then redstone there, 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 and there leading up. And fly, there we go. That should be that ready to go. You then just need to drop in your wall, which will go there, there. Same on the other side. Place them backwards, like so. And put in the floor blocks going across. You then need to place your pressure pads. Grab some pressure pads there and there. Don't stand on them yet, they'll just mess with the door. Right, and then place a block above there with redstone on top of it, so that torch powers that bit of redstone up there. I'm going to put a roof on, so build backwards like this. That's it. build the whole roof. Another redstone on top of a block like that. Block there. Redstone, redstone, redstone. Do a little square, and that powers the central pistons that are kind of in there for the front of the door. And then you build out on top of both of those and a corner. Put a redstone repeater there, set it to 3, and then redstone dust in all 3 of those positions there, and that'll just power that top side. Right, that should now work when you step on the buttons. Door opens, door closes. And let me just run through. Door closes. There you go, that's the door ready to be linked into the system. Okay, now we need to build in the actual latch that holds the door open when it receives the input. So from there we place a torch here. Fly, there we go. Put a block on top of that, and another torch on top of that. Then place a block there. And run redstone across to here. And place a block there, and a block there. Put redstone on top of both of them. Redstone in that gap there. And then also place a block 2 off the ground, so there, or 1 off the ground, 1 there, and then put a torch on the side of both of those blocks, and this is your latch just here, so it receives power from the flip-flop, and that power there comes from the floor plates, which is what locks it again, and that's your latch. Okay, right, and then the final part that you need is to link the output of the latch through this torch here into the door system. So you just put a bit of redstone here, and then a torch on the side of that, and then 2 bits of redstone to just link it up there. And that should link the whole system together. And then if we just go and test it, so step on buttons, you can walk through. Now you should be able to open it by placing a torch there. There you go, door opens. Take the torch off, it shouldn't close, it doesn't. Walk through, it'll lock behind you. Locks. And then you can leave again, and it'll stay locked. There you go. One completely hidden door.